Right now, one Bitcoin is worth over $30,000. If I could just get my hands on a tiny little piece, that would be quite nice. And it's actually not that hard. In fact, you yourself can mine Bitcoin at home. And that's exactly what we're gonna do in today's video. We're gonna mine Bitcoin for 7 days straight with 2 different methods and then see which one brought us the most profit. So get your wallets out and let's start this video. Now, for those of you who don't know what Bitcoin is, it's a cryptocurrency that can be mined when highly specialized computers solve mathematical problems and their owners receive Bitcoin as a reward for their work. These Bitcoin miners look a little bit like this, so not too much like a standard computer that you and I might have. And they're pretty expensive, especially right now where everybody wants to get their hands on a Bitcoin miner. So how can we as a single person with not too much budget start mining Bitcoin? Well, I'm gonna try out 2 different methods in this video, and the first one is the so-called cloud mining. It works like this. You download a software and this software runs on your computer and shares the extra GPU and CPU power that your computer has through the network. The service that I'm going to use is called Honeyminer at honeyminer.com, which mines various cryptocurrencies and then converts them immediately into Bitcoin, which is then shown in your account. Obviously, I'm not going to do this on my personal computer, so I've set up this extra computer here, installed the software, and we're now going to let it run for 7 days straight. Now, the second method which I'm going to try is called liquidity mining, and it works like this. Now, as you know, cryptocurrencies are traded on exchanges like Binance, Coinbase, Kraken. But these exchanges are owned by companies. They are centralized. There's a central entity that controls them. But there are also decentralized exchanges, for example, DeFi chain. So they are not owned by a company, but instead they are open source projects where you and I can participate. Now, one way to do so is to provide liquidity, aka money. You don't pay anything, you just deposit it for a certain amount of time. And if you do that, you get rewarded along the way. And that is basically what liquidity mining is. Now, the service that I'm going to use for this is called Pool by Cake. I think they're really nice, legit, have a good branding, good potential in my eyes. And you can just register an account through my link in the description. Even get $30 in DFI for free if you make a $50 deposit. And I think that's a pretty good deal. Now, what is DFI? DFI is basically the cryptocurrency that this decentralized exchange, DeFi chain, I talked about it before, runs on. And it also has had a pretty decent price increase over the last couple months. So one DFI is worth more than $2 right now. And of course you can buy and sell it just like Bitcoin. Now, once you are registered, you can go to liquidity mining and then pick a pair. We're gonna pick the pair Bitcoin and DFI, which means we are gonna give Bitcoin and DFI in and also get rewarded in Bitcoin and DFI. And here you can also see the crazy return we get on this. Now, this return per year is currently at almost 200%. Now, as more and more people are going to do this, this percentage is going to slowly decrease. So if you want to profit the most, I suggest you're going to be fast. Now I have $50 worth of Bitcoin on my balance and $50 worth of DFI. Now let me just set this up here, and we have added the liquidity. Pretty simple. Now, after we've added something into the pool, we can also remove our funds at any time, and we can also see the Bitcoin and DFI rewards, which we get every 12 to 24 hours, which will then show up in our balances. But for now, we're just gonna let this run the next 7 days, and I see you guys at the next update. Day number 2, and we are at 1,161 Satoshis with the cloud mining. Satoshis is the smallest number or unit of Bitcoin, so in total that equals around 37 cents. But not all of this is profit, as we started with a little bonus for signing up there worth 32 cents. So our total profit for the cloud mining for day 2 is only 5 cents. If we don't count the electricity costs in. Now, we could probably make even more money if we get the second graphics to work, which Honeyminer detects, but for some reason it won't start mining. I tried everything so far to make it work. reinstalled it, installed the newest drivers, and now I just wrote Honeyminer support an email. Maybe they can help. But what about the liquidity mining? Well, with the liquidity mining, we have already earned around 0.06447 DFI, which is around 15 cents. And that is already pretty good because we don't need electricity, we don't need a computer, and it is 100% profit. Now, we also did get rewarded in Bitcoin, but the amount is still very, very low, so it doesn't show here on the balance, maybe in 1 or 2 days. So all I can say is, let's keep mining. Day number 3, guys, and we're at 41 cents with the cloud mining, which is around 9-cent profit. Still only mining with one graphics, and the Honeyminer support is not replying to me, so there's not really much what I can do now than just wait. Not so much with the liquidity mining. That one is doing pretty well. We're at 0.41889 in DFI, which is already around $1.03, and all of it is profit. Bitcoin still doesn't show up yet, but I think it will tomorrow or so, I'm sure, and then we can just keep on mining. Day number 4, and something bad happened. Honeyminer is kind of stuck, still at the same number of satoshis as yesterday. So for some reason it stopped mining. I don't know why. I've tried restarting the computer, I've tried reinstalling Honeyminer, nothing seems to work. The only thing that has changed is the price to 43 cents, but that's due to the fact that the Bitcoin price increased. So in total we are at around 11-cent profit. If we subtract the electricity costs, it's probably not profitable at all. Not so with the liquidity mining. Bitcoin finally showed up and we have 0.00006 Bitcoin, yes, and 0.61 in DFI, and together that is $1.60 already, which you can also see up here as the total coin worth. $1.60, really not bad for a couple days. Now normally what I would do is I would use the rewards I get here and put them right back into the liquidity mining so I get compound interest. But for the sake of this challenge, I'm just gonna let them rest here so we can count them properly in the end. Now one thing I would like to mention is that when you add or remove funds to the liquidity pool, always make sure that you are in the green area here, as this indicates the price stability on the decentralized exchange. And if the price stability is bad, you should wait it out. Never happened to me, it's always been in the green area, but you should be aware of that. Do your own research and assess your own risk. I'm not a financial advisor. And now, let's keep mining. Day number 5, and we're still at around 40 cents with Honeyminer, aka it doesn't work anymore. Even if it was working before, now it doesn't anymore for some reason. If we take a look at the logs, it's mining, but it doesn't show up in the software, so I don't know. Something seems to be wrong here. We've probably lost around $2 already with this method due to electricity. But I'm happy that we still got the second method, and there, with the liquidity mining, we're doing great. We are at around 0.0006 Bitcoin and 0.81 in DFI, and that in total is around $2.04. That's what I can work with. Day number 6, and I'm kind of giving up on the cloud mining with Honeyminer. It just doesn't seem to work properly. We're still stuck, it's not moving. We're at 1,253 satoshis like the past couple days. Nothing is happening, so I'm just gonna shut the computer down. Now, liquidity mining seems to be my new baby. We're still getting rewarded in Bitcoin and DFI, and in total we're at around $2.46. Pretty nice considering we only started with a tiny invest that almost anybody can afford. So let's see how much can we squeeze out in the last 24 hours, and I see you guys with the final results. Day number 7, guys, the final results. And if you haven't just skipped to this point of the video, then you know that I'm definitely not a friend of the cloud mining. I just don't think it makes sense. In total we got around 40 cents. And most of it is due to the sign-up bonus, so the profit is probably in the negative because we have to use so much electricity. I don't know, the software doesn't seem to be that great in my opinion, and I don't recommend it. Now, the liquidity mining on the other hand was easy to set up. I don't need to pay for electricity, it's 100% profit. And if we take a look at it, how much is it? We have 0.00006 Bitcoin and 1.2 in DFI. In total, that amounts to $2.95. Now what you could do now is of course take the DFI, send it to an exchange, convert it into Bitcoin and then sell it. But what I like to do is I like to put my rewards back into the liquidity mining so I keep getting interest. And a part of it, I put that into staking, where I also get a nice percentage per year. And if you want to see a video about staking, let me know with a like, and I see you guys in the next video.